Today we're going to make deviled eggs. It is the appetizer that everyone should make on Easter. I'm going to show you how to do the classic version and two special ways right now. Okay, the classic deviled eggs. Maybe you've made them before, maybe you haven't. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say if you're watching this, maybe your deviled eggs weren't perfect the first time you made them. We'll show you how to make perfect deviled eggs today, and let's go over those ingredients for those perfect deviled eggs. I have 12 eggs here. Now I'm just gonna tell you straight off the bat, these are not the best eggs for deviled eggs. The white, cheap eggs are better, and they're even better if you get them towards expiration. So if you buy them, they say a month, and you wait, the shells will come off easier. But I will show you a relatively easy way to remove the shells after we cook them. We're gonna do 12 here. That's gonna give us 24 deviled eggs, because remember, we're cutting them in half. I have chives here for garnish. I have 1/3 of a cup of mayonnaise. I have 1 tablespoon of mustard. Are you laughing at me, Tara?
I'm laughing at mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. I don't say mayo, mayo, okay? 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. I have just paprika, and again, the chives, these are both for garnish. That's for the standard one. The other ingredients, I'll show you in a sec for the special, the super secret special deviled eggs. All right, let's boil the eggs. What are these, like $8 a 12, right, Tara? The special Vital Farm eggs.
Yeah, there's like $7 for a dozen.
That's not a lot of money when you think about it. You're getting 24 of these.
No, people spend $8 on a latte every day.
So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take my eggs and I'm gonna put them in a pot, pan, whatever, has high enough walls that I can get the water a ½ an inch above the eggs. I have water here, I'm just doing this, normally I would just do this over my sink because this Pyrex, such a pain if you try to do it fast. But I just need to get this water above the eggs by about a ½ an inch. Okay, are we high enough? We need a tiny bit more. I know, this is really crazy today. We're doing some fancy cooking. Showing you how to put water a ½ an inch above eggs. That is good. All right, turn your heat to high. All you have to do is bring these to a boil, then I will show you what to do next. Okay, it's boiling. Just turn it off and cover right away. Make sure your cover has no hole in it. Some of these lids have little holes in them. All I'm going to do now is just take it off and put it off to the side, 15 to 17 minutes. All right, so what I have here is an ice water bath. Once our egg time goes off, that 15 to 17 minutes, we will just put them quickly in here, and then once they get cold, we will peel them. Cold water. Take one of these, okay? This is so your egg shells don't go down your sink. I'm gonna hit the egg here, and then the water itself allows the egg shell to come off fairly easily. There's a little membrane that's between the egg white and the shell, and once you kind of get it off, it'll allow the egg to come off quicker. And there's my clean egg. Just do that 11 more times. Okay, so I have my eggs. I messed up a couple of them, like that's one, but most of them are very smooth. You really want to take your time, let the water do the trick. So they're done. What we want to do here, get a towel or a couple paper towels. All right, so I have a platter, and here is an egg. A sharp, thin knife works well, but you want to just like get it right through. You're always going to get a little bit of the yellow stuck here. And then this we want to pop out, and we want to put our yolk in a bowl. Okay, like that. Just take your finger if you have to, knock off the rest. You don't have to get every bit of it out of here, out of the bottom, because you're gonna pipe on top of that. Some people will actually cut these vertical too. Like see this one, the yolk is actually kind of touching over here. So that one might be one that you want to go like this, and then you can even flatten the bottom. So before you cut again, just get rid of your yolk. Okay, now let's make the filling. Take a fork, and you really want to mash these up well if you plan to use a star tip or anything that's small to pipe them, because when you have chunks, then it'll clog it up, and then you'll have to cut your bag, and it can be an issue. I speak from personal experience. This happened the other day when I was shooting the photos for it. I ended up losing some of the filling too, and you really just have the exact right amount of filling because you just remove the yolks. You're not adding too much to these. All right, so let's just keep mashing this. 1/3 cup of mayonnaise. Once we mix these up, if it needs a little bit more, you put it in. I typically will add a little bit more vinegar to smooth it out if necessary, especially when you're trying to go through the piping bag. So this is 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Everything I'm putting in here is kind of is like your standard deviled eggs. We'll do the other 2 in a second. Also, often people will put celery seed in them, but we're not doing that today. I feel like celery seed's more of an egg salad thing. Find that white pepper is a little stronger, so I'm gonna do like maybe a 1/4 teaspoon to start. Salt, about that much. We want to make it smooth as we can. I'm actually gonna whisk it in a second too. Okay, I have 4 tips right here. I would recommend use like the one that is the biggest that you have, but you need enough room so it'll get out of there. These real tiny ones, it's not, unless you put it into a food processor or like a blender, you're gonna have issues. All right, so I just folded the pastry bag down like so. Just, this is a small pastry bag, so just use a small spatula like this to get inside. If you have something really big, you're not gonna be able to spoon it in there. Honestly, these are the regular ones, which I think the other ones are probably gonna be better, so just get the stuff towards the bottom, take the air out of here. Yeah, maybe a little bit more than that. See, I'm already having the problem where it's clogged. That's what I wanted to avoid. So stick a toothpick in there. All right, try again. Paprika and chives. So these are like kind of your standard deviled egg. But now we're gonna make 2 other fillings that I think might taste even better. And we will have James taste them to determine. I'll make a pesto here, and we will do curry powder. I think this is West Indian curry powder. That's what it tastes like to me. Basil and what the French consider the best herb in the world, tarragon. And I do love tarragon. It's an amazing herb. So you don't want to use the stem here. You just want to use the leaves on here. This has just been out for a few hours, so it kind of wilted, but it's fine. The flavor is amazing. It has the flavor of almost licorice, I would say.
We have our French vinaigrette recipe up on the website, and it has tarragon in it.
So I'm gonna use all this tarragon I have here, which is about a few tablespoons, I guess. You don't have to be precise here, and if you don't have tarragon, you don't have access to it, you can use all basil. You could use a mixture of basil and parsley. I wanna turn the stuffing green. Okay, so I have a little cup, blender cup, and my blade. In addition to that, I'm gonna put in about a tablespoon of pine nuts, or pignoli nuts.
Can you pronounce it the right way?
Pignoli nuts. Pignoli. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil just so it blends. Maybe a couple chives in there too.
Yeah. Why not?
Just put whatever you want in there. A little bit of salt, and use your mortar and pestle if you have one. More moisture in there. Honestly, I don't really know what to put in here. What should I do?
You could add some mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, a little bit, yup. All right, let's just taste it, make sure it's good before we mix it in. So I don't want to put all of this in here. It's going to make it too loose, but I do want to try to turn this as green as I can. Okay, so we'll set this one aside. And then our other one, going to season up with curry powder. Use whatever curry powder you like. Now there's other ways to do this too. You could use like blackened spice, Cajun spice would be good. So it's about a 1/2 teaspoon to start. Do a bit more. This smells really good too. All right, so 3 ways. We have the traditional. These are our green ones. That was a little loose, so that's why it looks like that. And this is the curry powder. On the green ones, Tara got these, which I think are beautiful. You can just do a little tiny piece of basil if you want, but I think that looks nice. You could also put more chives on there too. And then for the curry powder, and this is a good way to distinguish them too, just put a little bit of red onion on it. You can also add the chives too, but at least by putting the little pieces of red onion, you'll be able to easily distinguish them. There you have it, a whole bunch of deviled eggs. This is deviled eggs 3 ways, very festive for Easter. Let's get the taste tester down to try them out.
What's the difference between this and this?
Okay, traditional one right here with like your standard deviled egg recipe that if you go on the internet, 100 recipes are all the same. This one is curry powder, okay? And then this one is, I'm not even gonna tell you what that one is. You'll find
Is it
out.
pesto?
You'll find out.
Have this one
Okay.
first, since I already tried this. I'm gonna try the curry.
I tasted it, like not in the egg, but I tasted it. I mean, I tasted both of them, like
I
just
like-
spilling.
I like the curry one more than that.
Yeah,
than that one.
I thought the curry was good too. So remember, all three of them
That's pesto.
start with the same base, and then I just added the extra curry and then extra this to that one. So you could do that. You could really change it up as much as you like. It's a new flavor for you, right? You don't know what that is.
Yeah, what is that?
It's called tarragon. So it's a tarragon pesto. It has a little basil, but you're not really gonna taste the basil. You're just gonna taste the tarragon.
All right, so should I rate each one individually?
You can just say which one you like the best. You know what? Rate each one individually.
Okay, so I'm gonna give the curry one. I'm actually gonna give the curry one a 10 out of 10.
Nice.
So I'm gonna give the tarragon an 8.5.
Okay.
And the regular one a 8.
Okay. All right. So there you go. It's worth it to maybe spruce it up. You could do little pieces of bacon too, little pieces of bell pepper.
That would be good.
There's a lot of different ways to go about it. But you know, you have those eggs for Easter. You might as well make deviled eggs. You want to say Happy Easter?
Yeah. Happy Easter. I think you should make egg salad still though. It's better.
Egg salad. Yeah. Egg salad is good. All right. Well, you know,
Yeah.
they did watch that.
This holds up.
They watched a deviled egg video. They didn't want to be told at the end to make egg salad. All right.